Swimmers from around the world dived into the waters of Istanbul.
Look at the tattoo! Come to Istanbul! Yeah!
I've actually never seen anything like this. Now I made a huge miscalculation.
You have to feel cold water. If you don't feel cold water, you're in the wrong place.
And that is when I realized how much I had screwed up.
It's 2 continents, it's thousands of people. People are from all over the world.
Swimming between Asia and Europe is one of the most iconic swimming events in the entire world. The 6.4-kilometer race course offers spectacular views of Istanbul, but the strong currents of the Bosphorus Strait create the ultimate challenge of navigation. The currents are so strong that not everyone will finish the race. But this year, I have returned to Istanbul to take on the 36th annual Cross-Continental Swim. I'll join 2,800 other adventure seekers from 77 different nationalities to take on the ultimate challenge of swimming from Asia to Europe. We are less than 24 hours from the start of the race. So excited, we have arrived in the park. So this is really cool. All 2,800 people have their name on the wall. Let's try and find my name. Let's go. Woo, baby, let's go. There it is. All right, let's take a look at the swag that I picked up. First of all, love this Samsung branded bag. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at what's inside. I have my ankle timing chip. Looks like a waffle. Some different snacks. All right, this is the most important thing right here. This is the swim cap. My number is 2323. Orange. It's color coded by group. Samsung Bosphorus 2024 Cross-Continental Swimming Race. That's pretty cool. Put that right there. I also have a bag tag. This is where I'm gonna put my bag last minute and they're gonna collect them for us. And then I also have the official t-shirts. Let's go. This looks pretty cool. Love the design. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Look at that, that's sweet. Has the Turkish Olympic Committee sponsoring. This looks pretty cool. Bosphorus looks amazing. You can actually see right there, they are building the finishing platform. That is where almost 3,000 people are gonna be finishing all within an hour. It's gonna be absolutely insane. Just imagine a just swarm of people hitting that finishing dock. It's gonna be insane. The Bosphorus is one of the most incredible and beautiful waterways in the entire world. Right now we have an ancient castle behind us and we have the bridge. The waterway is so busy, literally millions of people go between Asia and Europe every single day, thousands of watercraft, and tomorrow, almost 3,000 swimmers are gonna go from Asia to Europe. I'll be one of them. It's gonna be insane.
It's a beautiful course. The Bosphorus is the most beautiful place in the world.
Look at the tattoo!
This is Istanbul and Bosphorus, and this is me, swimmer.
That's amazing.
Swimming from Asia to Europe is fantastic, and I wish all the swimming lovers in the world could have the chance to do it at least once in their lives.
The Bosphorus Strait connects the Black Sea to the Mediterranean, and every year, over 40,000 ships pass by, which is more than 4 times more than the Panama Canal. On the day of the race, the government shuts down the Bosphorus in coordination with the Turkish Olympic Committee. All boat traffic is paused for a 3-hour window to allow the race to start and finish, with millions of people watching in the heart of Istanbul. And today it has grown to a massive event of nearly 3,000 swimmers from around the world. This is the Wall of Legends. We can see all the history. This is Mark Spitz, one of the greatest Olympians of all time. Ian Thorpe competed in this back in 2013. Look at all these studs right here. Adam Walker, the list goes on, and it's so cool to race in something that has been done by the greatest swimmers of all time. Fun fact, Ian Thorpe did this, one of the greatest freestyle distance swimmers ever. He did not win this, but you can look at the top times. Let's go ahead and look over here at the race records. You can see the fastest time ever is a 38 minutes and 22 seconds back in 2021. That's only possible because the current is so fast. It is race day. Behind the scenes, we are just about, I don't even have a watch on right now because no hand bracelets, timing gadgets allowed, except for the ankle strap, which I just put on. And in about an hour, we're gonna load up the boat. The race starts at 10 a.m. sharp. We're gonna be taking over to the Asian side and swimming 6.4 kilometers all the way back here. As you can look around, it is chaos here. There's like 5,000 people in the park, all getting ready for the race. You can hear the boat in the background, loading up 3 huge ships, loading up by age group. It's gonna be wild. First, I need to get my tech suit on, and it's gonna be swimming fast time. Let's go.
It's an amazing experience and unique experience.
Well, it's iconic. I've never been to Asia, so I guess we'll kind of be over there. The current is where you feel the colder.
The colder the water, the faster.
Yeah,
That's what I've been told.
If it feels colder, then you're right on.
Yeah.
Lots of current, and we need to really be aware of this and try and manage this.
You have to feel cold water. If you don't feel cold water, it means you're in the wrong place.
So here's how it works. You actually start out on the European side and you load up on 3 massive ships in your swimsuits. Literally, there's 1,000 people per ship. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. You hop on these 3 boats, they shut down the Bosphorus, and around 8:30 a.m., all 3 boats and a media boat will move down the Bosphorus upstream to get to the Asian side. And while all 3 boats are docked, they actually build the starting platform while everyone is waiting on the boat. And by 10 a.m., the race actually starts, and literally 3,000 people empty out these 3 ships through one platform, triggering the timing chip for the time to actually start, and then everyone makes their way from Asia to Europe. Now you might look at the course distance and you think, well, the fastest way to swim from Asia to Europe is to just cross directly the Bosphorus, which will only be about 1 kilometer. But that's no fun. So the race is actually 6 kilometers with the current. Now the current is so strong because you have the currents, the waters from the Black Sea all the way to the Sea of Marmara, which connects to the Mediterranean. So you actually want to swim in the middle because this is where the cold water is, and this is the fastest current. If you notice on this dotted red line, this is the actual race course. You notice you don't just diagonally cross to the other side. What you want to do is you actually want to move over to the middle as quickly as possible, because in the middle is where the fastest cold water is. And this is where you're going to have an absurd advantage because you'll be swimming with the current. Now the current is actually so strong, it's actually almost impossible to swim against the current. So the race course actually goes from the north down to the south with the current. So you want to stay in the middle of the Bosphorus as long as possible. And then at the very end, this is the most important thing, is to delay cutting over to the finish as long as possible. Because to my own surprise, the current in reverse is so powerful, you might even get swept in the opposite direction that you're trying to go. But if you cut over too late, you'll actually miss the finish and you'll be swept towards the bridge and you'll end up in the Sea of Marmara. Not really, they actually have collection boats because the current is so strong, and some people actually miss the finish because they don't cut over too early. But the best rule of thumb is to actually swim down the middle. And if you can stay down the middle of the Bosphorus for as long as you can, you'll be swimming really fast. And that is how to actually accomplish a race.
Just finished my 2nd Bosphorus Cross-Continental Swim. It was an incredible experience swimming from Asia to Europe. I was trying my best to stay in the middle with the cold water, swimming down the current. I was thinking I was going a little bit off to the side, but an incredible experience swimming with thousands of other like-minded people from over 77 countries, almost 3,000 people from all over the world. This was definitely one of the coolest open water swimming experiences that you can do, and so excited to be here in Istanbul and experience the moment.
I really enjoyed this race. It was a really nice organization, weather, water, so very, very nice.
It was amazing, really. Come here. Come to Istanbul. Yeah. It's exciting. You've got to remember all your technique. Do a good job on sighting to make sure you're not going in the wrong direction. So a little bit of multitasking, but an amazing overall experience.
This city is full of history. It is amazing to see in this channel.
Very warm compared to Ireland. I don't know what everyone's giving out about. It's really easy. 20 degrees is balmy. Balmy.
This is like the most incredible event for the swimmers, for all categories.
This is my 7th time. It was awesome. It was great. I really enjoyed.
It's incredible. The water is amazing.
It's 2 continents. You swim from Asia to Europe. It's thousands of people. People are from all over the world.
I noticed when I was coming into the finish, I thought I was closer than I actually was, and I think I actually cut in too early, and it turns out I was actually not going anywhere for like 2 full minutes into the finish. And then I look over and I see everyone a little bit further out, and they were riding the current all the way in, and that's, I think, what made the difference. But you live and learn, incredible experience, and I know next time I swim this, I need to stay in the middle a little bit longer and then cut in a little bit more aggressive into the finish, and that's going to hold that speed all the way in.
To give you an idea just how fast the race course is, the record time for 6.4 kilometers is 39 minutes and 7 seconds on the men's side and 40 minutes and 50 seconds on the women's side. To give you an idea just how ridiculous of a time that is, this is an average pace of 36 seconds per 100 meters on the men's side and 38 seconds per 100 meters on the women's side. Ladies and gentlemen, for the record, the fastest 100-meter freestyle ever recorded in a swimming pool on the men's side is 45 seconds and 51 seconds for a woman. Just to give you an idea, that is moving at an average pace of 2.7 meters per second over a course of 6 kilometers. That is absolutely insane, and this is only possible because the current in the middle of the Bosphorus is so fast. And for myself, the first time I ever did this race, I did it in about 53 minutes, and this year I actually went faster. I went 53 minutes and about half a minute faster, and my average pace was 49 seconds per 100 meters. I can't even do one 100-meter freestyle in a pool in 49 seconds. This is a world-class time just for a 100-meter segment, and to think that for an hour I swam about that pace is absolutely ridiculous. Now, I made a huge miscalculation at the finish. I remember I told you guys it's so important to swim down the middle. What I actually did, a huge mistake, I cut over too early, and as a result, I was stuck in the reverse current. Now, I didn't realize it at the time. I saw the finish coming, I was able to spot, I saw the bridge, and I cut over. I didn't realize how close I was swimming to the edge, and as a result, I could see the finish. I lifted my head and I was swimming and swimming, and the finish just never came. And because I was making forward progress, I thought I was okay. I'm close to the finish. As I was breathing and I breathe over to my left side, I saw all the other swimmers just 30 or 40 meters over, and they were all passing me because they were still in the current. And because I cut over too early, I had lost the advantage of the current, and I was actually stuck in the reverse current. So what ended up happening is I was barely moving, and I was stuck for anywhere from 2 or 3 minutes, barely moving until I finally got to the finish. And I didn't realize how big of a mistake I had made until about 30 minutes later. I was standing in the finish area where all the spectators are, in the bleachers, and I saw a woman, and she was trying to get into the finish. She was just 200 meters short of the finish line. She was swimming freestyle, pushing with all her might, and she was swimming backwards. She was literally moving in reverse. I've actually never seen anything like this, and it's because she was stuck in the reverse current just 200 meters shy of the finish. And that is when I realized how much I had screwed up, because I was swimming in the exact same spot she was. The only difference was I was a little bit faster than her, so I was able to make some kind of forward progress. Meanwhile, she was getting sucked in reverse. The lifeguard was in the water. I actually don't know if she was able to finish because she was being pulled in reverse away from the finish. And that is why it is so important to stick to the race plan, and why this course can be so challenging, because even an advanced swimmer like myself, who has done this race before, made this miscalculation of cutting over too early because I didn't want to get sucked in the middle and cut over too late. And this is one of the things that makes open water swimming and races like this so incredible, because I could look at this and say, you know what, I'm really upset about myself. I screwed up. I should have been several minutes faster. I would have been on the podium. Instead, I took it as an opportunity to learn from the experience and enjoy sharing this story for others, so hopefully when you swim this in the future, you don't make the same mistakes that I have done.
One incredible event in Istanbul. There's really nothing like this anywhere in the world. To do it with the family here makes it that much better. Now, if you want to see what it's like racing at the Masters World Championships, watch this video right over here. I'll see you over there, and happy swimming.